Joining me now is Senate Minority Whip John Thune. Mr. Senator, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Stu.
Good morning, sir. Look, if Republicans take the Senate, you become the majority leader. What's the first thing you'd do?
Well, there's a long list of things, but they all deal with the economy. I think first and foremost, the two issues that the American people are voting on in this election, Stuart, are high prices and open borders. Those are the two issues that I think are top of mind for most voters. And, you know, when you talk about high prices and inflation, it's Democrat policies that have led us to this place where people are now spending over $13,000 more per year just to keep pace with where they were when Biden and Harris took office. So we've got to deal with the economy, pro-growth policies. And if we have unified control of the government, we can use a legislative vehicle called budget reconciliation. And we can deal with the tax issues, much of which is expiring next year. We've got to get that extended. Regulatory policy, energy policy, become energy dominant again. And I would even argue in some way, in some level, we can deal with the border, which is going to be an incredibly important issue too when we start out. National security, always top of the agenda. When you look at the threat matrix we face around the world, we've got to make sure that our military is adequately funded. But I would say it's energy, regulations, taxes, and the border.
Do you see eye to eye with Trump on all these tax cuts that he's suggesting, like on overtime, on like tips, on Social Security benefits for firefighters and police officers and overtime? That's a whole raft of individual tax cuts. You see them all going through?
Well, I mean, I think he's made a lot of, suggestions out there on the campaign trail, all of which, I agree with the trajectory. He wants to bend taxes down, not up. And if you want to get growth in the economy, you've got to have a lower tax burden. And there are a lot of expiring tax provisions in the 2017 Act. I was one of the key architects of that, and which the president gave me credit for at the White House signing ceremony. But we will work closely with him and his team to make sure we've got a tax code that is pro-growth, that incentivizes investment and job creation in our economy. Some of that's expiring tax policy. Some of that may be some of the suggestions he's put on the table. It's something we'll have to work through. But obviously, we all agree that extending the tax policy, the expiring tax policy from his 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is going to be job number one if we get the majority, and hopefully if we keep the House majority and we have President Trump in the White House.
The big picture, to me, seems that there is a shift coming here. A shift that we put more money into taxpayers' hands and take money out of the government's hands. Do you see it that way?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And I think one of the things I hope we're able to achieve as we move to the tax policy next year is also look at how we can get money and control and power out of Washington, D.C., back in the hands of the American people and state and local governments, distributing power instead of consolidating it in Washington. The Democrats are all about spending more money, bringing more control into Washington, D.C. That's what they do when they have the majorities. And they've had the majority in the Senate now for the past 4 years. We have got to change that, Stuart. We got to get the American people back in charge, let them keep more of their hard-earned money, allow businesses to have the incentives to invest and create jobs, and I would say get power and control and money in the federal bureaucracy out of Washington, D.C. back where it should be, and that's with the American people.
Are you confident that you will retake the Senate?
I feel really good about it. In the last 8 days, I've been in Ohio, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. Those states are trending really well right now. You don't know, they're close. They're toss-up states, but I think we're going to win Ohio. I think we're going to win Montana and West Virginia. That would give us a majority. And I think we're going to hang on to the seats that we currently have. So beyond that, it would be great if we could win some of these seats that are up for grabs. I think we're in position to do that. We've got great candidates who have been, at least down the stretch, well-resourced and have been running great campaigns.
Mr. Senator, we know you're busy, but we thank you for taking time out to be with us today. We'll be watching all day long. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Stuart. Good to be with you.